cousin's bachelorette party, and I was scared because I didn't know what the plane ride would be like with my lungs. And at this point, I was off the prednisone. I was still bed sick. I had quit my job, quit doing hair. I had to quit. And I just didn't know what the weather would do for my lungs either. So I was really scared, but actually it ended up being really good. I brought my vitamins with me and just anything I could think of, but my mornings, and I had to prepare myself for it, but laying down, my lungs would be in so much pain, and so like waking up in the mornings, I would like have to sit up before I could actually jump out the bed because it was so heavy and painful, and I didn't have a diagnosis at the time, but I even cried when I was in Florida. I woke up crying because like the girls, they just like got up and went to the beach early in the morning when I had to like sit up, and I didn't want them to think that I was like not trying to participate. And you can only tell people so much about how you feel and what you're going through, because honestly, like when I get dressed and stuff and get my day going, I look fine, I look normal, and people just what's wrong with you, but I was in so much pain. One morning I was like, I just can't, like, you want to lay down because you're in pain, but then like it really doesn't do good for you. But anyways, so I that was really good. But then throughout the summer, I went to Tennessee, and in those mountains, it was really, really tough. The closer we got to the destination, I could feel that I wasn't breathing very well. And at that time, I had like some type of inhaler, but it wasn't like for like asthma or anything. And luckily, before I got COVID, I had like an episode where I couldn't breathe in the middle of the night. Like I woke up gasping for air. And it wasn't sleep apnea or anything like that. I knew it wasn't. So the doctor was just like, yeah, I'll just give you this little inhaler, just whatever. I wasn't diagnosed with anything. It wasn't really a big deal. So turns out I had pre-existing conditions, and so in Tennessee, I took that inhaler with me, which was good, but it didn't fully help, because it wasn't like a medication. It was I forget what it's called, my bad, but so I'm traveling a lot. Rough, but it was good. I was excited because I like to travel and see things. But then we went to Pennsylvania, and I didn't expect there to be like hills and mountains. I mean, I honestly didn't know what to expect, but I just didn't think, but I could feel the elevation when we were driving to go to Maryland, and I was like, wait a minute, why do my lungs feel like this? They're like hurting, they're heavy, they're like, I'm like, what's going on? And then I checked the elevation. I was like, oh my gosh, and I didn't bring that inhaler thing. And so this is like late summer. And then when the kids were going back to school, I was so scared because I was like, that's how I got COVID. I got it because of like the kids in school and stuff and bringing stuff home. And so I was just praying, and I was like, Lord, what do I do? Like they're not doing online school anymore. What do I do? What can I do? And I talked to my spiritual mom, and we don't really talk that often, but when we do, she gives me word. And she didn't even know my worries or anything, but she was just like, the Lord told me to tell you to juice kale and vitamin C citrus stuff. And so a week later, I got the juicer. My husband got it for me, and kale, because I got COVID. God was right on time. And I did feel like I got hit by a bus. It definitely had me in the bed for a good, few days. And I was nervous because it had took me down so bad, the second time I got it. But God was faithful, and that kale and stuff really helped. And I do have videos about that on my Instagram if you guys want to check it out. But so then, let's see. I'm trying not to pause too much, but and then my niece, she comes and stays with us for 2 months, and she's 4, and that was a struggle because she had a lot of fears, and being a COVID toddler, she was stuck in her house, stuck in her room. Her mom, a single mom, had to work, so there was a lot of things that I needed to help her with, and it was a burden that I felt the Lord wanted me to help her with, but her fears were really bad. So there was a lot of I had to do. So she was 3 going on 4, so she's not like a little baby, but I had to do a lot of rocking her back and forth at night to sleep, because she wouldn't sleep. Imagine just like temper tantrums. So I ended up getting her like vitamins and stuff to help her with her mood and balance her health and her eating and stuff like that. But all in all, I had to do a lot of rocking, a lot of singing, a lot of holding, a lot of coddling, and my lungs were still, I still had issues. When the kids went back to school, I got medication from the doctor. So I got like a medicated inhaler. Thank God. So I got to see a lung doctor by then. And I waited for him for like 3 months. But anyways, so my lungs were just on fire. I'm like sitting the first night my niece was here, I had to rock her for like 2 hours. I'm like rocking back and forth and singing Jesus Loves Me, and if you hear now, you can hear my voice. Like I still am having issues with like diaphragm and lungs, but it's so much better. Glory to God. My back and my lungs and stuff were so tight. It felt like this a band like going around my rib cage, and it felt like it was like this thick. But I'll get to that story in a minute. But so I was just in so much pain, like rocking her and singing. And the one thing I couldn't do when I was in the bed for months and stuff was sing. So my worship, I couldn't worship God with my hands and my feet dancing. I couldn't sing. I couldn't do what I normally love to do. So I was just laying there like in despair. All I could do was pray in my head. I would put on worship music, but my desire for it was like gone because I was sad. I couldn't sing. I couldn't, not that I didn't listen. My faith didn't go away, but I was crying out to God and praying to God more so in my head, because my voice, it was just so painful to talk, to sing, and all that. And so, months of healing, in the fall of 22, I'm still hurting to sing. And so my niece is here for 2 months, and that was a lot because I had to take her out and on a daily, and we would go to the parks. I'm like back at being this stay-at-home mom, because my youngest kid now is she's 8, so I'm having to keep this 3-4-year-old, and we're back doing park. That was my life. I lived at the park, it seemed like. But so that was a challenge on my lungs, on my body. and then teaching her, and you're constantly having to talk to a toddler and say this and this and that and that, and and sing songs to help her to understand things. This is how we brush our teeth, and then the cleanup songs, like clean up, all that. So that was rough, but it was good. And I love her so much, and she helped me, I helped her. It was a win-win. And then going towards winter time, I'll just fast forward to Christmas, around Christmas. So I get a dream, and I'll tell you guys in a minute. Hey guys, it would really help out if you supported my Arbonne business. It would definitely benefit you, and it would really help me out since I am not able to work in the way that I used to work. I am deciding to go ahead and utilize this business as much as I can. So this product is actually absolutely amazing, and I do have an e-magazine. If you just go on my specific website, the link is below, and the link will also be in my about me area, the biography area of this channel. So like, share, subscribe, try the product out. It's amazing, and it's actually the best tasting shake. And if you also think about the shake, like how older people or even children who lack minerals and vitamins, they take Ensure. Well, this is like a healthy version of Ensure. So you might not be a gym person or a person that takes protein shakes, but this is more so like a healthy supplement for your body. So if you're older, even for younger people, it's so healthy for you. Dr. Deanna, who I do know personally, I've been in her home. She stands by this product. She she explains that because it has 20 amino acid something, that it has everything that your body needs, and not all protein shakes have that, and it's pure, it's vegan, bee certified, all kinds of things. It's amazing. Their sources are clean. It doesn't come from soil that is depleted. It comes from good soil. It's organic, all kinds of things. So it's not certified organic because that would be an extra cost, but it's so pure that it's technically organic. So yeah, that would be great if you guys could help me out and help your body out too.